In this video, I'm sharing the secrets of the rich. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. If we haven't met before, my name is Angela. I'm your money messenger. I started this channel as a way of teaching you what you need to know about money, coming from my background working in financial planning for the last 2 decades. So in today's video, I promise to share with you the secrets of the rich. So let's get started. Let's clarify some terminology right from the start. Cash flow is money you make. Expenses is money you spend. Assets are things that make you money. Liabilities are things that cost you money. So let's talk about the 3 different categories of people generally: poor people, middle class people, and rich people, and the difference between each and why rich people are rich. Poor people, now when I say poor, I don't mean a homeless person experiencing true poverty. I mean little Joe Blow, Aussie battler, somebody who's just living week to week, making ends meet the best they can, usually living week to week with no real financial assets or wealth to their name. Poor people in this category, they tend to spend their money on stuff, household items, clutter, low value bits and pieces, usually for entertainment value, buying stuff that doesn't help them in their financial journey because it doesn't go up in value, it actually costs them money. It doesn't bring any wealth into their life. It doesn't help them make more money for their family and for their lifestyle. So they buy a lot of low-priced items. Generally, that's because the feeling of accumulating, of bringing things into your home gives a sense of wealth. But unfortunately, it's the wrong type of spending. It's on stuff instead of assets. Let's talk about middle-class people. Now, middle-class people may seem quite wealthier compared to poor people. You know, they may or may not be good income earners. Earning good income doesn't always make you wealthy. You can go broke earning $100,000 a year. You just need to spend $101,000 a year. But middle-class people will generally buy liabilities. Now, remember, liabilities is stuff that goes down in value. So when they buy stuff compared to a poor person, the stuff might be higher priced. It might be cars, it might be boats, it might be jet skis, it might be more tech gadgets, nicer homes, bigger homes, upgrading their homes over time. So middle class people on the outside can look to be quite wealthy, but they generally have higher amounts of personal debt, higher mortgages, higher car loans. They perhaps replace their cars and constantly are taking out more and more personal debt, which they may be affording and may be repaying with no problems, but they're constantly spending more money on interest and repaying banks, repaying credit cards, keeping up with the Joneses, seeing like they have a nice lifestyle, whereas they have quite a lot of debt behind them. And again, compared to poor people, they do the same thing. They're buying things that are costing them money, just more expensive things. Cars go down in values, boats go down in values, tech gadgets lose their value. Homes can go up in value, but they're still not classed as an investment because they generally cost you more money, especially when you keep trying to upgrade your home or when you want to spend money on making your home nicer. So middle class people can also be quite poor when it comes to a lazy asset sheet, a lazy balance sheet. They're not using their money in the best way and they're spending money on lifestyle instead of investing. Let's talk about rich people now and the secrets of why they're wealthy, why they're rich compared to poor people or middle class people. Rich people buy assets. Assets are things that go up in value, things that make them money instead of liabilities, things that cost them money. So middle class people buy liabilities, rich people buy assets. They invest. The more they invest, the more money they make, the more of the nicer things in life they can then enjoy. The difference when they're buying their nice homes or their nice cars, they usually do it in a more effective way. If they've made money from investing, then those items don't necessarily cost them. It's been paid for by their investments. Or they generally might live where they want to live by renting instead of buying a home because homes can cost money. They might rent where they want to live in a fabulous home, but then buy investment properties that make them money. They may lease a car instead of owning the car. They just borrow the car as such and then give it back. So rich people enjoy assets in a more effective way, either with their investments paying for them or done in a different way, like I said, renting things, not owning things all the time. The more money rich people make, the more of the nicer things in life they can enjoy, the more security they have for their family. That's the difference between a rich person and a middle class person. A rich person is not drowning in debt. They're not using credit cards. They're not using personal loans. They always will have access to cash for emergencies. They'll always have a stash of cash for emergencies. They won't ever leave themselves week to week, leave themselves dry. They have good cash flow relative to expenses. Now, that doesn't mean that they're always a high income earner. High income doesn't make you a rich person automatically. You can go broke earning $100,000 a year. You just need to spend $101,000 a year. So high income doesn't make you a rich, wealthy person. You can get rich, you can get wealthy earning ordinary income, an ordinary man's income, as long as you use that income in a smarter way to invest, to make more money. Instead of always paying back a bank or a credit card, they invest for the future to make more money. They delay the gratification of having what they want, maybe the fabulous home, car, or whatnot. They delay it until they can afford it in a more effective way. So in this video, I promise to teach you the secrets of the rich. So rich people, remember, they always have cash at their disposal for emergencies. They never live week to week. They're always saving even a small part of their income for the future, for investing or for emergencies. They buy assets that go up in value, things that make them more money. Quite often they won't buy something unless it can be done in a way that makes them more money. So rich people are not always high income earners, but they use their income in a smarter way. Rich people, quite often, they have a mentality of delayed gratification compared to instant gratification, which poor people or middle class people tend to buy into more. Delayed gratification is waiting until they have the money to be able to make the purchase of the fabulous home or the fabulous car or whatever it is they want in their lifestyle. It's about making money first and then spending it on what they want in the future, instead of poor people and middle class people who do it in the opposite way. They buy now and think about how to make money later. They pay off money from the past instead of investing money for the future. So in today's video, I promised to teach you some of the secrets of the rich and just why they get that way compared to poor people or middle class people who don't and have very different lifestyles and very different financial assets and liabilities and whatnot. If you want to learn more about this, please check out my book called The Money Messenger. You can get that on moneymessenger.com.au. In that, I talk more about what we discussed about today, more about the traits you have to have if you want to get wealthy. I share in here all my personal tips, tricks, and secrets when it comes to money. I show you how I set up my bank account so that I save easily every single week without even worrying about it or thinking about it. I show you how to start investing, how I was able to buy multiple properties. It's all in there. My actual facts and figures are all in there for you. I share with you all sorts of things in this book. So please check it out. And if you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share it around with your friends and family. Leave me a comment in the box below and let me know what you thought. And I'll see you next week for another video. Bye.